we go out and shop, we go to surf shops or anywhere where it's trendy and popular. And today I'm going to show how most of those trendy and popular places have nonprofit organizations such as Crochet Kids and Tom's, which have put their merchandise out there for us to buy. And I'm going to start off with Crochet Kids, which is an organization started by 3 friends. They started in high school basically knitting for themselves because they're snowboarders, yeah. And they started knitting, and when they were in college, they went on trips and saw that people out there were less fortunate than them. And that's when they decided that they were going to start doing a company to benefit not only them, but mainly the community. And their goal was, since they were more fortunate, that they should help others to reach out and love and make a difference. Their goal was to teach women from poverty towns how to knit and make hats. Each of the hats, as you see in this one, they have the person's name, which it makes it more individualized. And you can go on the website and look at what their story is, what these women's goals is, and it's basically making each of these women more powerful and more individual, as in making money and helping out their home. In 2007, the company grew from 10 people. Now it has more than 100 people as the hats come in more and they can sell more. These hats are, now they not only sell hats, they sell shirts and other things to promote their company. And they're all customized. They advertise. I heard about them on like a commercial, and I got intrigued because I like nonprofit organizations and I like helping out and all that. But I just thought it was very interesting how just 3 people can change so much. And the next one that I did is one of my favorites. It's Tom's Shoes. I know most of you have heard of them. They're everywhere. And they're really popular now among young people and older. And it's basically founded by Blake. And he basically went out there and saw that many of these kids don't have shoes. And because they don't have shoes, they have diseases. They're not able to live a healthy life like we are able to live. And he decided that he was going to take a year to try to come up with as many shoes as he can. And he started selling them, and we started buying them. And before you know it, they went the next year and gave out a lot of shoes to many kids that are now fortunate to have them. They have events such as a day without shoes, which I truly do like. It's basically one day where you don't wear shoes for the whole day and get to see how life is for you walking without shoes. You get to see how you have to be careful for a little glass or something small, and just you're aware of your surroundings and you're more fortunate, you are grateful for what you have in that way. And they promise, Tom's is basically you buy a shoe and they give a shoe to someone in need. I really like that personally. And both of these advertise in Facebook, any social media, and on stores. They're really trying to target celebrities and anyone, because obviously if we look at celebrities or people like that, we would get that and want to try to buy things like that. Or for the younger people mainly, that they just want to kind of get what the celebrities have, and that's basically why they target them, and to make us aware that sometimes we have to be less selfish and help others in ways like this. Both have become really popular with young people, and I like that they both make a difference, and they both started from people that are very fortunate and have a lot in their lives, and now have decided to turn around and help others. You can apply for internship, for jobs with both of these companies and help them make a bigger change. It's nice to see people out there that are willing to just help others. And I like that these stores, that most of these products are out there for us to buy, and we might pass by them and not even acknowledge them, but it's becoming more of a trend among young people to buy things that are non-profit or that are just stuff that will help the environment, as in recyclable water bottles or stuff stuff like that, but that are we in a way are becoming less selfish and helping others. So I thought that was pretty cool, and thank you.
Just double checking. Let's see. We heard Matua. You're not here. All right. Give me just a second. I'll have some comments for you. All right, let me start off with a couple of things that I thought worked very nicely. I think you do a good job speaking to the audience. You got better as you went along, addressing us more and being engaged with the audience instead of just looking at your notes and talking, and I think everybody appreciates that. I think you've got a good subject here. You identify it pretty clearly at the beginning. Organizationally, you seem to have organized it around the two organizations, which I understand makes sense, but as you go through the speech, I think there's really a more logical organization that would be clear. Use the two as illustrations on each of those points, but you want to talk about how manufacturing or retail has been used both to promote the health of a business, but also to promote the welfare of the world, and you want to give us those two examples, then talk about what their models are, and then talk about what they've been able to achieve. I think that would be a lot clearer. As it is, you kind of are conflating the two so that we're getting, I am getting a little bit of mixed message on a couple of things. I'm sitting here listening to you talk about, for instance, the what'd you call them? The crochet kids. And I'm going, okay, now wait a second. Do they crochet the hats and send them to the people? Do they teach the people to crochet the hats and those people send them back here and we buy them? Or do they, I was not sure how that whole thing worked out. At the end of Tom's shoes section, I think you finally explained what goes on with at least Tom's. It's apparently we buy a pair and then they donate a pair at the same time. And because I was wondering, if we're giving the shoes, how does this work? There needs to be a clear explanation. And I just thought that was, the business model that they use needs to be more clearly explained. I understand that there's a charitable purpose here and that the goal appears to be successful and it's working. That part I didn't see as being problematic, but in understanding how the two things work, I didn't think that was very clear, and so you needed a little better explanation on that. The visuals are okay. They're large enough to be seen. I thought it was a little crowded at one point, and since it's dark the whole time, you're speaking a little bit in the dark, and you're kind of in the corner over there. I'm not sure that the pictures required the lights to be out. That would be something that you might want to test out a little bit before we keep the lights off, because I'm not sure that it needs to, for the definition to be that sharp. Although the one with the picture with the woman who had the hat with the name knitted on it, that probably did need to have the lights out on because I could barely see the hat. The only reason I knew there was a hat there was the fact that she had her name or a name written on it. I don't know if it was her name. Unless her name was Jessie, right? Could have been. All right. Thank you.